back to In the Kitchen with Grace. Today we are doing a delicious honey mustard chicken salad. It's got strawberries in it and some bacon and avocado, homemade honey mustard dressing. It is so good. It's one of our go-to regular recipes. I'm going to put all the ingredients and directions in the description below. Let's get started. I am going to start with my salad. Sometimes I like to use romaine. I've been kind of more into a greens, blended greens kind of salad lately. So I have a bag of 50-50. It has spinach, baby lettuces, baby greens, radicchio in it. We're gonna just put this into our bowl. All right, and then we are going to do some diced onion. I have about, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 cup to a 1/3 cup of diced green onions. And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of mix that in. And I'm gonna put some shredded carrots in as well. Probably about a 1/2 cup or so of shredded carrots. Get those veggies mixed in. All right. We are gonna add our chicken to our salad, and I am going to show you how I prepared my chicken here. We are doing honey mustard grilled chicken salads, and I am frying up, it's the day before I'm making the salads, and I am frying up the chicken. We're gonna kind of sort of grill it up. I have some garlic honey seasoning on the chicken. I'm going to do some sea salt and some pepper. Cook these thoroughly, get them that nice kind of grill mark through the skillet, and then we will let them cool because we like cooled chicken in our salads. I'm letting the chicken get that nice caramelized brown coat to it. Should have had hubby grill these up in the smoker over the weekend. I forgot to. We grilled some lime margarita shrimpies that were delicious. Be sure to check out some of our other chicken dinner recipes, you guys. And so I have cut it up. It has definitely been in the refrigerator overnight. And I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken on top. This is fully cooked chicken. Seasoned. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a little bit of corn. Some people think corn is a weird thing to add to fresh salad, but I think it adds nice flavor to it. This was actually leftover corn. If you've got some fresh corn, like fresh off the cob, oh yes, wrong season for us for that. Here in the Midwest, I have some avocado slices that I have sliced up. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of put these in my salad. If you're gonna add avocado, make sure you do it right before you serve your salad, because if you try to add it and then store it in the fridge, again, your avocado is gonna probably turn on you. Okay. And then I like to put strawberries in this honey mustard chicken salad. So I have sliced up some strawberries. I'm actually making some tea sandwiches as well today. So I have some strawberries for my salad and some for my tea sandwiches. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the strawberries over here. Just like so. I believe every salad needs some cheese. So I am gonna use some feta crumbled up. This is a tomato basil feta cheese. Feta and strawberry goes so well together. This is definitely a fully loaded salad. This is a great protein-packed salad if you're just having salad for dinner and nothing else. I would not call this a side salad. I call this an actual meal salad. All right, I also have some bacon bits. you want to use some fresh crumbled bacon, be sure to cook that up ahead of time. We're going to just put the bacon right in the middle. Okay, I'm going to work on our dressing. Let me grab a small bowl. Okay, and for our dressing, we are going to start with about a 1/3 cup of Dijon mustard. Which is about a 1/3, well, maybe about a 1/4 of a jar here. All right, we are gonna grab some olive oil, and I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of light olive oil. And then I'm going to grab some white wine vinegar. If you want to, you could use white balsamic vinegar. I'm just using white wine. And we are going to do about a tablespoon of this as well. I kind of call it a heaping tablespoon. I'm going to throw in a dash of pepper, dash of salt. All right, we're going to grab some honey. Again, it's honey mustard chicken salad. Gotta have the honey. And I do about a tablespoon or 2 of honey. Kind of depends on if you want it to be a little more mustardy or a little more sweet. I aim for right in the middle. It's about a tablespoon. That's about a half. It's pretty good. Let's grab a spoon here. We're gonna give this a nice mix. Can give it a taste test. It's pretty mustardy. I'm going to go ahead and add in just a dash more of honey. All kind of depends on your Dijon mustard, the vinegar you're using. Pretty good. All right, I'm gonna get a bowl. I'm actually eating this for a late lunch today. Got kids activities all night tonight, so this is gonna fill me up. And then we've got leftovers tomorrow for lunches for hubby and I, and probably the day after. I'm gonna grab that bowl and we'll show you what this nice salad looks like. All right, so I have my salad here ready to go. I am going to kind of just drizzle a little bit of the dressing onto the salad. This dressing goes a long way, so you don't need a ton. I'm going to give this a nice little toss. All right. There we have it. It looks delicious and amazing. Can't wait to eat it. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you are notified every time we have a new recipe up. I do several every week. And be sure to check out our lunch playlist and our salad playlist as well, because I have tons of healthy, easy salads for you to enjoy. We'll see y'all next time. Welcome back to the kitchen with Grace, friends. Today we're doing a very fun, light spring summer dessert. We're making a little small batch peach crisp. I'm gonna just put it in a little dish in the oven, bake it really quick. Super simple, easy recipe. I love it. I did a peach tomato burrata salad the other day, and I had a couple of leftover peaches, and I was like a week ago, I was craving like cinnamon apples. I have an amazing apple crisp recipe. If you have not checked it out yet, I will link to it above because it is phenomenal. Then I was like, you know what? I have peaches. Let's do peach crisp instead of apples, because peaches with cinnamon that's baked, oh, so good. Okay, so I have got 3 peaches here that I have peeled and sliced up. And again, this is small batch, so you can totally double the recipe that I'm putting in the description below for you. I am gonna start in a small bowl with 1/2 cup of flour, about 3/4 cup of oats, old-fashioned oats. It's half a cup. There we go. Doesn't have to be exact. We're going to do half a cup of brown sugar. Ooh, that's going to be a little extra. Totally okay. We are going to sprinkle in a dash of salt, really just a little pinch. And we want a sprinkle of cinnamon, about a teaspoon or so of cinnamon. I want to grab my spoon, break up that brown sugar here. And we're going to mix this together really nicely. This is the crispy crumble part. I also have, if you love desserts in the slow cooker, I have an amazing blueberry peach cobbler recipe that is phenomenal. We ate that in like 2 days and it made a ton. I'll link to that peach burrata salad recipe as well. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I am going to take butter, about 1/3 cup, about half a stick to 1/3 cup, give or take. And I am going to kind of, my butter is softened. And I'm just kind of slicing it up here. And we're gonna kind of knife this into our oat mixture here. Kind of cut it in, mix it in. It doesn't need to be like super blended. It just kind of helps your crispy crumble on top. Okay. So I have my baking dish here. I've sprayed it with cooking spray. Oven is preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to take about half of this and put it into my baking dish and kind of spread it out a little bit. I'm going to take my peaches and I'm going to spread them out on top of the oat flour brown sugar combination. Perfect. I'm going to take the rest of my topping, put it right on top. Again, my peaches were a little on the small side, so you might have those big, fresh, juicy Georgia peaches. I don't know, upper Midwest, y'all in the spring. Peaches are just coming in here. And we're gonna go bake this in the oven. It doesn't take very long, maybe 10 to 12 minutes. You want the top to be melted, just ever so slightly crispy. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Here is our peach crisp. It smells amazing. Our whole house smells phenomenal now. This is so good. You guys are going to absolutely love this recipe. And again, it's so easy to make. Use those fresh peaches. It makes all the difference. Thank you all so much for watching today. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you get access to all of our delicious recipes that are easy for you to make at home that your family and friends will love. We'll see you guys next time. Welcome back to In the Kitchen with Grace. So glad you're joining us today. Today we are doing another easy weeknight meal in the slow cooker. This is one of my husband's favorites. It is honey balsamic glazed pork ribs. As you can see, I have a crock pot full of ribs. We're gonna put together this glazed sauce for it. It is so good. We like to do baked sweet potatoes with these ribs, broccoli salad, cheesy broccoli and cauliflower in the oven. Great side dish. You can make some rice to go with it. So I'm going to put all the ingredients and steps in the description below. And let's jump in. Okay, we are going to start with some minced garlic. So we're going to start with 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. I am going to add in 2 teaspoons of onion powder. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of thyme. If you've got some fresh thyme, go ahead and use that. I'm going to do Dijon mustard. We're going to do 2 tablespoons here. Dijon mustard. And then we're going to give some lemon juice. I'm just going to use it straight from the bottle today. I'm not going to go for the fresh lemon juice like I usually do. Calls for 3 tablespoons. Oops. All right. Got the lemon juice. I'm going to grab my honey. What's going on here? My daughter loves to cook and bake in the kitchen, and she made some protein balls and got into the honey, and it's a very sticky mess now. Bless her. I am literally just going to pour this in, friends. Calls for 1/4 cup. I honestly like to add 1/2 cup of honey. I just feel like that sweetness really soaks into the pork. We're just going to let this pour in. So 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of honey. Look at that. I managed to use, actually, this one's almost empty. I'm just pouring her in. Stick to the 1/2 cup though. Balsamic vinegar. And we are going to do 1/4 cup. I have a ton of ribs in my crock pot. My recipe in the description below is for about 2 racks of ribs. I've got like 4 racks of ribs going on in there. I'm going to add just a little bit more of the balsamic vinegar. And we are going to give this a nice, good mix. Really mix that mustard and garlic and honey together well. Get the bottom of your bowl because that honey likes to stick down there. Okay, I am going to get a 1/4 cup of water. I'm not going to mix this into my sauce. I'm actually just going to put it in the bottom of my crock pot. I have sprayed my crock pot liner as well. And we are going to drizzle this on and in between our ribs. And I am going to actually kind of almost just baste each rack of ribs a little bit, and then we'll drizzle the rest over the top. I want the seasonings to kind of really stick onto the ribs. Get that honey in there. Smells so good already. This will make your whole house smell amazing. Okay, go ahead and drizzle. Oh yeah, can you see how the garlic and the honey is kind of just hanging out there? Move my ribs around. So I am going to cook this on low for about 3 hours or so. If you want to, you can cook yours on high for about 2.5 to 3 hours. My ribs are thinner racks of ribs, so kind of gauge your cooking time off of the meat you have on hand. If you're going to cook it low, make sure it's thoroughly cooked all the way through, nice and tender before you serve. Might take you a good 4 to 4.5 hours on low. Just depends on your slow cooker. I happen to have a newer slow cooker, so it cooks a little bit quicker than my old slow cooker that I have as well. I'll show you all what this looks like when it's all done as we go to eat it for dinner tonight. Welcome back to In the Kitchen with Grace. I hope you all are doing so well. Today I am doing a twist on my all-time favorite cookie recipe. Today we are doing butterscotch chocolate chip cookies. These cookies are amazing because I am sharing with you the secret to making that perfect semi-half-baked, super soft chocolate chip cookie that just melts in your mouth. I will link to my original brown butter sea salt chocolate chip cookie recipe above. Today we are doing butterscotch version. Butterscotch has been sounding really good lately, and I was like, we gotta have some chocolate chip cookies in the house. I will put all of the ingredients and directions in the description below. Be sure to subscribe, you guys. Hit that notification bell button so you can get all of our awesome, easy recipes that you can make at home that your family is going to love. So I have my butter browning over on the stove. I'll share that with you here in a minute. We are going to start putting together our dry ingredients. All right, we are going to start with our flour. I'm going to do 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We are going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So it's a 1/2 teaspoon of each there. We are going to add in a 1/2 cup of white sugar. I'm going to get my brown sugar. We're going to add in 1 cup of brown sugar. I don't really pack my brown sugar that tightly, just kind of keeping it loose. I just want to get to the top of my cup there. Right, and I have some cinnamon. I have a new cinnamon container. All right. 1 good teaspoon. Cinnamon and butterscotch just go really well together. If you have nutmeg, I add in a pinch of nutmeg as well. And we are going to stir this together. You might be like, where is the salt? Because a lot of times you add salt into your cookies. I use sea salt and I wait until we are ready to bake the cookies. I put the sea salt on top. Makes it extra delicious. Make sure we get that baking powder, baking soda mixed in nicely. All right, let's go check on our butter. All right, so we are working on browning our butter. It's 1 cup or 2 sticks of butter that I have in the pot melting, and I'm going to stir it occasionally slowly. You want to cook it on a slow simmer heat until the color of the butter goes from golden to a nice amber. I call it like an ale type color. That's how you know when it's browned. And then we're going to let it cool. We want it nice and cool. Still liquid, but cool enough where it's not going to melt our chips in our cookie dough. All right, so I have the butter and it is browned. See if I can get this swirled around enough. You can kind of see it gets, there's a nice golden amber color in here. So I'm gonna turn off the heat. I'm gonna let this cool down. Then we'll add it to our cookie dough batter. All right, we are going to add in 2 eggs. Let me grab my vanilla, and we are doing 2 teaspoons of vanilla. However, y'all know me, I am a vanilla lover. I always added, whoa, not that much more, y'all. We don't want that much more. Pour a little back in there. A little extra sprinkle of vanilla, friends. That's how I like to bake. I'm gonna start mixing this in. The butter is almost cooled. All right, and here is our brown butter, and you can see it's a very nice dark color. It has cooled down significantly, but it's still in liquid form, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that into my cookie dough batter. This really almost, when you brown your butter, it gives your cookies just a very light, slightest kind of nutty taste. Not sure how that happens when you brown butter, but it's amazing. You mix it with the sea salt, the chocolate, and then the butterscotch chips. Absolutely love these cookies. No mixer required. Just mix it by hand. Make sure we get all of the flour off the bottom. The eggs are nicely mixed in. I will link to my desserts playlist. I have tons of easy cookie and cake recipes that you can make. One of my favorites is a blueberry peach crumble that I make in the slow cooker. So good. Family would absolutely love having that one for dessert. Okay, I'm gonna grab my baking sheet. Oh, we gotta add in the chips, you guys. I almost forgot the most important part. Okay, we are going to grab measuring cup. And I'm going to do 1 cup of butterscotch chips and half a cup of mini chocolate chips. Perfect. Because you want that blend of chocolate and butterscotch. Mix these in really nicely. Perfect. Let's grab our baking pans. I have a ice cream scooper that I'm going to use, kind of get my cookies all the same size. I'm not going to super pack it in. You just kind of want to lightly let it come together. If you want to, you can kind of press your cookies down a little bit. If you're not going to use an ice cream scooper, just use a tablespoon. You roughly want them to be about the same size. My oven is preheating to 350 degrees. This cookie dough recipe is really versatile as far as the flavor of chocolate chips You could use the cherry chocolate chips. You could do mint ones. You could do the white chocolate. Okay, I'm gonna put this one in the oven. They're gonna bake for about 8 to 10 minutes. Really, you want them to come out just slightly underbaked. And I'm gonna grab my other dish here to keep making cookies. Here are our butterscotch chocolate chip cookies with browned butter. These smell heavenly. I cannot wait for them to cool so that we can eat them. Thank you all so much for watching today. Thank you so much for sharing our recipes with your family and friends. Be sure to hit the description below because I have this recipe saved for you to go pin it on your Pinterest and you can keep it for later, and we'll see you all next time.